I'm waiting to make sure my husband actually went all the way downstairs. Pretty sure he did. Hey guys, it's Jessica and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you want to stick around. Today I'm talking about, I'm kind of gonna sort of do a first impression / review type thing on the Maybelline New York Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation on the Go. That's a mouthful. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. I think, doesn't L'Oreal or CoverGirl have one too? I actually got really confused. I was like, I saw this one at Ulta, and then I also saw CoverGirl's or L'Oreal's. And so I was like, crap, which one is it that I've been hearing a lot about? I think that these Dream Cushion things, like these little compact foundation things, are just really popular in general. So I think a lot of drugstore brands are coming out with them. And so this is one that I heard one of my favorite YouTubers talk about, Coffee Break with Danny. I know a lot of people are very pleasantly surprised by it because they assume that it's gonna be a light coverage, like sheer foundation, but a lot of people have actually said that it's kind of medium coverage. I'm like, yeah, I need medium coverage because I mean, look at all this shit on my face. It's actually gotten a lot better. I might do a skincare routine video because my face was atrocious just a couple months ago. And so for about a month, I've been using the Murad Acne Control Kit, and my face has cleared up dramatically. Now let's get on to this. Okay, so when you first, I already opened it and looked at it, and I think I might have gotten the wrong color. Yes and no, because my body is kind of darker than my face right now because I've been self-tanning. But even though I put the self-tan on my face too sometimes, I exfoliate a lot, so my tan comes off of my face a lot faster and it stays on my body longer. So that's why my face is much whiter than my body. So it comes with, it's got like a cute little mirror, and it's got one of these cute little sponge things, which I've heard it's best to apply the foundation with the sponge that it comes with. I'm gonna try both though. I'm gonna try doing half my face with this sponge and half with my just regular, Real Technique sponge that I use for everything. And so I'm gonna see like which one looks best and if one works better than the other. So then it opens up like this, and the foundation is like a little cushion thing under here that you like push on. And that's really interesting. Like I said, I never tried this before because I just assumed it was sheer coverage. And I was like, well, I need a little more than that. It's actually really cool. A lot of their products are non-comedogenic, which means they don't clog your pores. So if you got acne like me, when you see non-comedogenic on products, you're like, yes. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm just gonna, ew. Makes a weird ass squishy sound. That's kind of gross. And like the foundation comes, a lot comes out. Ew, I'm like lifting it up kind of. I don't know if you can see it. It looks kind of gross actually. That's a little nasty. It's just like a makeup sponge like soaking in. I got a little too much on this, like a lot comes out. I didn't think it was gonna be that soaked with foundation, but I'm like actually getting it everywhere. There's a lot. Let me pin my hair back actually. This seems like it might be a messier video than I anticipated. Okay, and I'm just gonna try, ooh, that's a lot. I'm not really digging how it's going on with this so far. We'll see, I'll keep trying. It definitely does have more coverage than I thought, than I expected. The coverage isn't bad. I would actually say it's probably a medium coverage. It's definitely not sheer, that's for sure. Oh, I'm actually liking it. That first one I put it on, I didn't like it that much, but the more I'm like blending it in and like getting it spread out on my face, it's growing on me. Like I said, it's a little dark, I think. Well, can't really tell with the lighting and stuff. It's a little dark on my face, so maybe that's why I'm thinking it's like not looking super great on me. But it actually, and what's kind of cool is you can make it sheer by just like I said, I accidentally caked this thing up with foundation. But now that some of the foundation has come off, it's actually going on a lot more sheer. So that's kind of cool. Man, I hate that I made such a mess with this. I didn't realize how much was gonna come out. That's what she said. Oh my gosh, I like it, and I actually like it applied with this. Like, Danny was right. Yeah, it looks really good on camera. I mean, at least from where I'm at. I don't know if it looks good to you, but at least where I'm at, it looks pretty good. Like my skin looks really even, and it's not like cakey looking. I have a little bit of dry skin around my mouth, so it looks a little funky, but like that's not the foundation's fault, it's just my skin. But yeah, it doesn't look like cakey or anything. And it feels really light, like it doesn't feel like I have a bunch of crap on my skin or anything, even though I accidentally put too much on. Let's try it with the Real Technique sponge. This is a pretty clean sponge. I used it like this one once, so it's still pretty clean. I know some people think that's nasty, but I kind of have a feeling this is gonna make it go more sheer because it's gonna absorb more of the foundation. Oh, it covered up those scars that I had right there. It covered them up pretty good. I mean, not perfect, I can still see it a little bit, but it covered that up pretty good. But yeah, it's definitely using more product, I think. I have to keep dipping it more. But it doesn't look any worse. I think the coverage and everything looks about the same. I just think this probably wastes a little bit more product. Because the other one, it's not like absorbing. It's kind of like I mean, it absorbs a little bit, obviously. It's like some kind of fabric, but it's not like a sponge. Like this, you know, like absorbs shit. Yeah, I'm definitely having to use a lot more product with this, so. This is a little more wasteful, but you know, if you don't like that other thing, you can put it on perfectly fine with a beauty blender. And I always call this a beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender. It's like half the price of a beauty blender. I think this coverage for the Real Technique sponge is just as good. It does waste more product. I mean, so if that's kind of something that you don't like, is wasting product, then definitely use the thing that it comes with. I don't know if it's called a sponge or what, but I would definitely recommend using that. I mean, this is pretty inexpensive. It's like, I can't remember how much it was. I kind of want to say it's around 10 bucks, 13 at most. I don't think it's 13. I think it's like 10 or 11, but it's pretty cheap for a foundation. And I have to say, like, you know, I thought it sounded kind of gimmicky. You know, like this little sponge that you press on, and like, I thought, oh, it's for people who already have perfect skin and they just want to put a little bit of color on and like to wear to the beach or something. But it has pretty damn good coverage. I mean, I think it covers just as good as any other foundation that I've tried. Not as well as like a heavy duty foundation, heavy duty full coverage foundation, but it's a lot more coverage than I thought. I actually like it. I do, I actually like it a lot, and I don't think the color is bad either. I was worried about the color being way too dark, but it actually, on camera, it looks lighter than my skin. But in like person, it actually matches my neck pretty well. You guys, it's not like a matte foundation, but it's not like super oily. It feels like it feels good. Like it feels good on my skin. I don't know, I like it. Like it doesn't feel sticky or wet, but it doesn't feel like it's sucking the moisture and life out of my face. So I actually really like it, and I've been trying to find a new foundation because my first foundation love was the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I got it, I started using it about a year or two ago, and I had really, really greasy skin. And so a beauty channel like suggested, if you have oily skin, use this. And I did, and I loved it. Like it looked perfect on my skin. It looked just like my skin, but better. The color was perfect, the texture was perfect. Like it looked like I didn't really have makeup on. But now, like, I think it's the skincare I've been using to kind of control my hormonal acne that's really bad. It's kind of drying my skin out. Or I don't know if it's that, or if it's just that I'm, you know, getting older and like I'm getting out of the greasy teenage phase. I mean, you can technically still be going through puberty at like, you know, your early 20s. So I don't know if I'm like getting out of that greasy phase of my life or if it's my skincare, but my skin's really dry. And so the Estee Lauder looks like shit on me now. Like when I put it on, like it looks too cakey. Like when I had oily skin, I don't know if the oil like balanced it out or what, but it looked good. But now when I put it on, it looks like I have a lot of foundation on. It looks really cakey and dry and just, so I'm actually really liking this. Like it feels, I'm kind of liking more like wet feeling foundations. But yeah, like I don't have any concealer on right now either. And like I said, like I have some, you know, pimples that are healing up and some pretty dark scars, and that's just like one layer. And both sides look pretty much the same using a Real Technique sponge and then using the applicator. This is really cool. I actually really like it. I kind of want to try other brands too. Like I really love this, and I actually really like Maybelline face products because a lot of them, if not all of them or most of them at least, are non-comedogenic, because I don't really pay that much attention to that now because I'm just like, my face kind of breaks out no matter what I do, especially since I'm pregnant. Like it doesn't matter what I do or do not put on my face, it's gonna break out. But for a while I was really paying attention to that, and the products don't necessarily say, like Maybelline products don't say, like not all of them on the box or on the packaging say non-comedogenic, but if you look on the website and look at the products and look at the description, a lot of them are non-comedogenic. So if you have an issue with blocked pores, Maybelline face products are pretty good for that. I doubt the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is non-comedogenic because that is some thick shit. I actually really love this, and I think I'm gonna start using it. I mean, especially during the summer. It feels really light and nice on my skin. Like it doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't look heavy. This gets an A+ from me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video or found it somewhat helpful if you were thinking about trying out some of these new cushion foundations. They're pretty popular right now. I think they started in Asia and now they're becoming really popular here. And you know, like I said, I stayed away from them for a while because I assumed it wouldn't be enough coverage for me, but I actually think this is the perfect amount of coverage for my skin, and it doesn't feel or look like I'm wearing a shit ton of makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you guys in my next one.